What is up, people? We are back at it again with another video, and today's video is going to be nice and simple, learning how to change a tire. You'll be surprised how many people do not know how to change tires, and a lot more people do not know how to change tires the right way. So we're going to share the knowledge and show you guys, if you ever get a flat tire, how to change the tire or the rim, whatever you want to call it. All right, let's go. All right, as you can see, we got a rim and no tire. Don't ask me how that came about, but same thing applies to if you do have a flat tire or any type of tire or rim on it. So the first thing you want to do is not lift the car up, because a lot of people, when they want to change their tires, they go ahead and jack it right up. You want to loosen the lug nuts first while it's down, because you do not want to lift the car and say, for example, you have a scissor jack here and you're trying to loosen the bolts. You never know, the movement of the car could sort of collapse the jack. Loosen the bolts while it's on the ground. From there, we lift the car up. Make sure too, when you do loosen them, loosen it in a star-shaped pattern. So one, then we'll go across, then we'll go across here, across here, and finally the last one. Also, the longer the handle, the easier it is to take off these tight lug nuts. You want to jack up the car in a safe position. So you can see here it's called a split seam, and that's a ideal spot to mount the jack. Now that we got the vehicle jacked up, one thing you do not do is put your legs under there just to try to get into a good position to pull the tire off, because you got to remember, jacks are not designed to hold the weight for a very long time. Like, no doubt they'll probably do it, but you'll never know when they'll fail. That's why you have axle stands to keep it, to drop the car onto. So whenever you're trying to change a tire and you've got a jack or a scissor jack jacking up the car, you always want to just be on the outside of it, so if anything does fall, you don't get caught up in the mess. Next up, remove the tire. Should be nice and easy because we cracked it loose in the beginning. And again, star pattern. Put the new tire on, and we got to jack it higher. Put the new tire on, run the lug nuts on by hand. If you've got a drill, you do not want to drill it straight onto the threads because you might damage it. Now that we've got it run by hand, you can use a drill, and again, star pattern, but this drill is not much torque, so it's not overboard. We do not want to tighten the tire while it's in the air, so we'll just drop it a bit, so a bit of the weight of the car will be on the rim, and then we can go ahead and do the final torque. Notice that I didn't fully drop the car because the lug nuts are not tight enough to hold the wheel in position. If I do end up dropping the whole car and I haven't fully tightened it, there might be a little bit of slack in there. So just drop it just enough just to hold the tire while you tighten them down. And again, star pattern. If you don't have a torque wrench, just don't go crazy. Last but not least, drop the rest of the car, pull the jack out, and that's all. See you on the next one. Alright then, because I know some of the comments will be like, you gotta torque the tires down, blah blah blah. Here you go. This one's for you. Yeah. Ah.